I've been waiting on this damn video.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
PSA to all the women that's dating, really anybody, like, please do a background check before you date anybody. It's very important. Very important. Even though sometimes backgrounds can be clean and, you know, the person is still crazy. Yes. But do a background check, okay? Do a f***ing background check. Look, I had just got out of a relationship. Not just got out, but like 3 months. It was like 3 months past. And I had got out of my relationship. And I was like, you know, I'm feeling a little lonely. Feeling a little, you know. So let me get on this dating app and see what's popping. And normally I just get on the dating apps just to see what's out there, because everybody knows you're not gonna take nobody serious, or nobody from the dating app is gonna take you serious. That's just common sense, right? I got on a dating app and I swiped on this dude. We gotta give him a name. Okay, let's just do crazy. Crazy, because maniac sound like some, you know, hood nigga that's finna, you know, do a drive-by, pop, 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 you know, shit like that. So we just gonna call him Crazy, okay? So I swiped on Crazy, and, you know, he was cute. He had a cute face, and, you know, I was like, okay, you know, he cool. So I gave him my Snap, and you know, I'm always posting on my Snap, on my Instagram, all of that, you know, looking good, looking tea, looking scrumdiddlyumptious.
Stop it. Get some help.
Somehow I gave him my number. I literally was just on the dating app just to scope it out. But this guy, he stayed persistent. I mean, we talked every single day, almost every single day, for like, it had to be about like 3.5-ish months. Okay, we had planned to hang out, so he had sent me a place that he wanted us to meet, and I was like, okay, well, I'll let you know whenever I get to, you know, being done, so that you could be on your way and then I could be on my way. And he said cool. So he had, you know, he was asking me like, am I ready? And I was like, no, I'm not ready. Like, don't even head that way, don't do none of that, because I'm gonna be a little bit later. And he was like, basically, like, he starts going off a little bit, like, what do you mean you're gonna be a little bit later? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're trying to play me? And basically I wasn't ready on the time that I said I was gonna be ready. So he gets an attitude, which, I mean, I get it. He gets an attitude. He starts blowing up my phone. Starts calling me. I don't remember how many times he called me, but he called me like, I think like 2 or 3 times. And then he was like, come on, like, you're supposed to be more mature than this. Like, what do you mean? Like, you over here trying to whoop-de-whoop. Like, if you had other plans, like, you could have just said that. And I'm just like, look, I was still gonna come, but, you know, now you're acting crazy. So I don't even want to pull up no more, because all you had to do was say, okay. Literally, all you have to do is say, okay. So basically, that was the red flag. The first red flag, I should have never went on a date with him, because when I told him I was going to be a little bit later, he started blowing up my phone and being angry. So that's red flag number 1. Forward, that should have been the end of it. But I was like, you know, let me see if he want to meet again, so let's try it again. So I'm like, okay, let's try it again. So I agreed to go to this place with him, and he was like, do you want me to come pick you up? And I was like, you know what, sure. I don't feel like driving, so sure, you can come get me. Normally I meet people at the thing, but I was like, fuck he could come get me. So I had him come get me from my sister's apartment, which is, it's still the same apartments, but like down the way. So he came, got me from there. He told me he was 5'5". I'm 5'2.5". And when I got in the car, I had to look down on him and speak to him. He was not 5'5" at all. Not even close. So, you know, we get to drive and the vibe is actually cool. Like, it's a cool vibe. Like, we drive to the one place. It was too busy. So we're like, okay, let's go somewhere else. The vibe was cool. Like, we really had a cool date. So I was gonna meet up with my cousins after the date. After we were done at like 12. After we were done, I was like, hey, look, I'm gonna go meet with my cousins. Do you wanna come? And he was like, making it a big fucking deal. Do you wanna come or not?
Come on, man.
Finally, he said yes, and I was so happy that he wanted to go with me. Because look, my cousins are cool as fuck. Like, we get along with everybody. We don't have no problems. Why wouldn't you come? Like, stop being a But anyways, so yeah. So he comes. We go to this a little event center or whatever. And that was okay. So after the event center, you know, we're like, we finna go to Waffle House. So we go to Waffle House, 2-packed. So me and him, we go to IHOP. We go to IHOP, right? He was like, oh my god, I'm so full, like I can't even eat anymore. I'm done. So he pushes his plate, right? So I'm like, look, I want a little bit of sausage, right? So I was like, can I have one of your sausage? Keep in mind, he just said, I'm done. It wasn't when they first put the plate down. No, it was when he said, I'm done. I'm not gonna eat anymore. I was like, can I have one of your sausage? He had 2 left. I said, can I have one of your sausage? He got offended. Like, his whole face frowned up. Like, as if, how fucking dare him? How fucking dare me to ask for one of his sausages after he just said he was done? So, I mean, that was a little awkward. Like, if I was done and somebody asked for some of my food, I'm gonna be like, hell yeah, go ahead, knock yourself out. But that's just me, not him. I mean, I was so confused. I was like, do I take the sausage or do I not? Like, I don't know. I guess he wanted to take it home. I've never taken IHOP to go because it's so cheap, and then, like, you know, you just, I don't know. Oh, whenever we got done with IHOP, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, I took him back to his car because we had switched cars to go to the next place. So I took him back to his car, and I was like expecting him to get out, but he didn't really want to get out. He was like, I want to go in your house. And I'm like, well, my house is not clean. He's like, I don't care. Like, it's not clean. You should see my house. What the fuck? Like, I was like, all right. We have been talking for like 3 months. So I was like, I guess, like, come on. Like, I thought that was weird. Like, why are you pressed to get in my fucking house? Like, anybody, which is why I say that's a red flag too, because anybody, if you tell somebody, no, I'm not really, you know, my house is not clean, they'd be like, oh, okay, all right. Not him. He's like, I don't care. We were supposed to hang out one night, and he literally fell asleep on me. And I later found out it was because he would get drunk and pass out, and yeah. So basically he fell asleep on me, and I was irritated because I was like, what's up? I don't fall asleep on people. If I know somebody waiting on me, I won't do it because I'm just considerate like that.
That was a f***ing lie.
So yeah, when he did it, I was kind of irritated, but he was like, look, I'm gonna make it up to you. Let's go out to eat. I was going to a concert, and he wanted to go, but no, because I was getting in for free. You can't go with me. I'm getting in for free, baby.
I know that's right, babe.
So, like, I wish I could go with you. And I was like, Yeah, we went out to eat, and he paid for the food, right? And I looked at the price. I was like, oh, okay, wow, because it was like $30, which is not a lot, but for the place we went, I was surprised. He was like, yeah, we should have just went to McDonald's, and I was like, is this nigga for real? McDonald's? Do I look like I need a nigga to take me to McDonald's? I could just take myself to McDonald's. I couldn't tell if he was for real. Now I know he was for real. Chilled for like a month. I think it was like a month. One weekend he was like, I want to see you. I'm like, okay, cool. And this was before I saw the red flag. So I was like, okay, cool. Yeah, you can come. He was like, want to bring you some food. So I was like, okay, bet. Finna get some food. No. So the nigga was like, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. Like, this was already in my Instagram story. So if you seen that, then you know this part. But he was like, I'm going to Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm like, bet, yeah. And he was like, I'm going to get us some boneless wings. And I'm like, oh, no, please do not get us boneless wings. Please. So I do not like boneless wings. He said, okay. So I was like, yeah, here's my order. I want bone-in buffalo mild wings, please. And he said, okay. He pulled up to my house with boneless wings. If he had gotten me boneless wings and it was the correct flavor, I would have still ate them. But he got a flavor that was way too hot for me, and I have a bad stomach. I was like, look, I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything, but I'm not gonna eat these. And he was like, why? Oh my gosh, why? Just eat them. No, I don't want to eat them. Eat the cake, anime. I don't want that shit. Like, bruh, fuck you, bring me some shit I don't want on purpose. And it was on purpose. I know it was on purpose because he was like, oh, but they were cheaper. I don't give a fuck. I was actually quite pissed that he brought me some shit that I didn't want. But he was like, do you want me to go get you something else? And I was like, oh, okay, daddy. That made my mood change from having an attitude to, okay, he might not be so bad. Maybe it was an accident. Or, I don't know. I don't know. I'm easily manipulated, obviously. So yeah, this was the beginning of the downfall of this situationship. So yeah, the buffalo wings, I don't want them, you know, whatever, it is what it is. So the next time, every time he comes over, I just get more and more the ick. I get the ick, you know? It's like, ugh, I feel cringy. Feel cringy. Anyways, so I go on my little cruise. I had a cruise planned, so I go on my cruise, and you know, I'm chilling. I'm having a okay time. The cruise was all right. I was bored because it was just me and my daughter, so it was boring. But I mean, it was a vacation. During my cruise, I mean, I'm kind of talking to him. You know, I'm not really responding because, like I said, I'm kind of getting over it. But I am responding like a little bit, just slowly. So he starts feeling some type of way about that. So on the cruise, the internet goes in and out. So you could be doing something, then the internet will cut off, and then it'll cut back on afterwards. So that's what happened. I was texting him back, and the internet cut off. And I was like, well, all right. So I exited out the text messages, and I went on about my business. Then I get another text message. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I was texting you back and the internet went out. And he was like, do you think I'm that stupid?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And I was like,
is he talking to me?
who?
Who the fuck he talking to? Cause he ain't.
He must be talking. So I'm like, well, if you think I'm lying about that, then yes, you are that stupid. He was like, I'm just playing.
That was a lie.
Every time he would drink, he would say weird shit, like aggressive shit. Like, do you think I'm that stupid? Every time. So yeah, so I knew he wasn't playing. I was like, yeah, I do. I do think you're that stupid, nigga. Back from the cruise, I'm kind of just over it. It is what it is. He's like, I can't wait to see you. It's been a whole week and I haven't seen you. I can't wait. I guess the weekend of my birthday, I had started distancing myself from him. Like, I had already started while I was on the cruise, but now I was really distancing myself, and I was really not texting back. I was texting back here and there, but it slowed down tremendously. Like, normally I would text him like all day. Wasn't doing that. So his birthday comes and I tell him happy birthday or whatever. I tell him happy birthday. I feel like he was like, I feel like we should do something. We should still do something for our birthdays. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, oh, I got you a present for your birthday. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because like at first I was not feeling him coming over at all. I was not feeling it, but he was like, I got you a gift. And I was like, okay, fine. You can come over. So he was like, okay, cool. And like, what kind of snacks do you want so it can go with your gift? When he pulled up, I'm like, I'm ready for my gift. I'm ready to see what my gift is. I wonder what he got me, right? Yeah, no. He pulled up. He has a box of Fiber One bars.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Which I did ask for a low-calorie snack, like a sugar-free snack, keto snack, basically. So he pulls up with Fiber One bars. I did not ask for Fiber One bars, but he pulls up with them, and I'm over here looking for the. I'm like, where my gift at? Where my gift at? Yeah, he had no gift for me. Didn't even give an explanation of why he had no gift. Nothing. Didn't even say, oh my gosh, like, you know, I did plan on getting you something, but you know, it just fell through. Like, even though that's what my ex used to do, and I hated that shit, and like it disappointed me every time. But yeah, so he didn't say anything about the gift. Actually, he just gave me the Fiber One bars, and so I took them and I was like, thanks. Inside of me was boiling. I was fucking boiling. I was hot. The night goes on, whatever, whoop-de-doo. The next morning, like, the nigga just, he would not fucking leave. And I also wanna put this in here. Bro, the nigga slept terrible. Like, slept fucking terrible. Terrible, bro. Like, when I say fucking terrible, the nigga slept terrible. The nigga clanked his teeth all night and grinded them down. I'm dead ass, like, clanging in my fucking ear like a fucking shark. Like, all fucking night. And then snored like a fucking hog. And I'm just like, yo, no fucking way. Like, every time he came over, I wanted him to hurry up and leave so that I could go back to sleep. For real. I could not sleep with him at my house. So that's why I stopped wanting him to come over. Like, he was trying to come over like twice a fucking weekend. And I'm just like, no. Like, I would never get any sleep if you're here. And he was like, I'm sorry, I feel bad that I feel like you sleep. Well, then fucking leave for the night. No, he didn't want to. So anyways, the next morning, he is just not leaving. And I'm just like, bro, I hate I just hate it when he did that shit. Like, just fucking say, hey, I'm finna go. It was night. We had a nice night. Whoop de whoop. No, nigga want to wear out his welcome. I'm just like on my phone because I don't want to be bothered. So I'm laying on my phone and I'm just quiet. And he goes, and I'm on my phone. I'm like, what? He's like,
I just feel like you don't like me anymore.
in my head, I was like, you damn skip it. I don't like your ass no more. You brought me 501 bars after you told me you had a gift for me. Where do they do that at? Who does this? Anyways, so I'm just thinking like, yeah, I don't fucking like you. The fuck? But I didn't want to be mean. So I was just like, why do you feel that way? Oh, wow. I don't know why you feel that way. He was like, yeah, I don't know. I just do. I'm like, okay. So the time goes on. It's time for me to go get my daughter. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna go get my daughter. Like, you know, I'm finna get dressed and stuff. And so I'm waiting on him to leave. Still didn't leave. So I was like, okay, well, I'm finna get in the shower. And he was like,
Let me get in the shower with you.
I'm like, no. It's not enough room for that. No. Absolutely the fuck not. And so I was like, are you gonna head out? And he's like, no, I'm gonna wait for you to leave. And I was mad. I was mad as fuck. I'm sick of this shit. Like, I was so mad. I was just like, okay. Like, I really think that he enjoyed making me uncomfortable. Like, literally. Or, not that he enjoyed making me uncomfortable, but he didn't give a fuck that I was uncomfortable. And those type of people are abusive. They are. He didn't care that I was uncomfortable. Like, he could probably tell that I don't want him there, but he didn't give a fuck. He was just gonna sit there, and I was gonna have to take him being there until he was ready to go. So, whatever. Time goes on. I get out the shower, I get dressed, and then he leaves. And I leave to go get my daughter. Once he left, I knew for a fact I was never, ever gonna see him again. Because how do you tell someone you brought them a gift and you don't get them anything? Yeah, I was perplexed. Like, what? Excuse me? What? Anyways, I was so confused. So, I told him, look, hey, I just want time to myself. I don't really wanna hang out with nobody right now. And he was like, I feel like I fucked things up between us and whoop-de-whoop. And I was like, yeah, you did. I also have a problem of being too nice. So whenever I'm literally at my wit's end, that's when I start being super mean. While you guys read these messages, you can let me know if I'm bugging or not, but it was getting weird, okay? Oh, and while he's trying to act like he's actually a good guy, his ex definitely told me otherwise. And you'll see at the end of this video. And if you thought that it couldn't get worse than this, it does. He actually pretended to be someone else on a text now number. And I don't know if he was trying to like coerce me into meeting up with him, because he said that he had flowers for me. And I'm going to leave those screenshots too. But he said he was somebody else and that he had flowers for me. So like, I don't know if he was trying to get me to meet up with him so he could do something to me. I really don't know. This is the text thread that he used the text now number on. And I know this is him because I had put this in a Are We Dating the Same Guy? And they called it, and he had tried to give a fake name at first, but then he ended up telling on himself and saying that it was who it was. Then on top of that, you lied and you said that you got me a gift, and then you didn't get me anything. You didn't even bring me anything. And he was like, oh, well, the flowers at Walmart were dead, so I was gonna get you some of those, but they were dead, and then yeah, it just didn't work out. And I was just like, no, because you lied, because you said you had already got a gift. That means you have it in your fucking hand. So yeah, the fuck are you talking about? I was so livid. And so I was like, yeah, so I just want time to myself. And he was like, well, how do you want time to yourself when you're on Instagram saying that your phone is dry? Like, don't you think that you're asking for people to hit you up? And I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with you? And that was the last time I ever texted him back. Okay? So the day goes on and goes on. And even though I told him to stop fucking texting me, he goes, hey, I'm sorry. I know you told me that you didn't want me to message you, and I know that I'm messing it up by not respecting that, so I'm sorry. Then he messaged me on Snapchat, was like, I don't know what I did to make you ignore me, but I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me. You know exactly what you did, because I told you. You're a liar. That's what you did. You be a fucking liar. So when he kept texting me, I was like, something's not right. So I was like, let me look him up on the thing. So I looked up his number, looked up his name on on OSCN, and I find out he has a protective order against him. Yes, a protective order against him. I'm like, that fucking makes sense. Great. I'm fucked now. I messaged the girl and I say, like, hey, I just need to know what I need to look out for. Hope you take what I'm about to tell you seriously. She was like, yeah, Crazy. I thought Crazy was gonna kill me multiple times. He threatened me. He pulled out a gun out of my car, out of my glove box. He would get drunk and start accusing me of stuff. He would get drunk and start accusing me of cheating. And he made up his own delusions. And he threatened to come to my house where me and my daughter were at. And I was like, fuck. She also told me that he had treated the girl before her like shit as well. So that's really just who he was. He was an abuser that drinks. That's really the end of the story. And even though he's blocked on everything else, he's still messaging me. Yeah, that is the end of my story. Thank you for watching my story time. But yeah, make sure you look up these niggas on OSCN. I mean, well, I'm in Oklahoma. Well, make sure you look up these niggas on the internet. Look up their background. Check their background. Because my friend said she talked to a dude and she checks his background and he was a sex offender. So yes, you need to check the background, especially if you have kids, especially if you know, whatever, get your pew pew, get your whatever the fuck you need to do. Protect yourself. Thank you for watching.